Good morning, everybody. I am here with Antoinetta Ann Harper. Ann and I work together on a number of different things, and we're going to have a conversation this morning about Ann's journey and future and all that she's accomplished. She is recently a graduate of YW Strive, which is part of the YWCA McLean County program. She's also an Labyrinth Made Goods apprentice, and most recently also a graduate of Schoolie Mitchell's training. So we'll get into all that. But Ann, thank you for spending some time with me this morning and every day.
Amazing. Thank you for giving me a voice. Thank you.
Absolutely. So this is your story. If you're telling your story, you can start in the beginning, wind your way forward. You can start wherever you want. But what what do you want for people to know about you? What do you want me to know about you? What's amazing is we have built our relationship over the past 6 months, 7 months,
Almost a year.
virtually.
Yeah.
We have never met
Yeah.
in person, but it feels like we are
Old buddies.
family and just have a very easy, collaborative relationship. So I'd like to know more, and I know that people will be inspired by your journey. So you tell it.
Something to know. What I would say is that I've made the news quite a bit. But I would say don't always believe what you read. And I can say that I am so grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Um, it's been a journey to say the least. Every stumbling block from incarceration to the death of my daughter to homelessness, drug addiction, to just everything under the sun that would essentially make a person break, lose their mind, and just give up on any hope of anything better. I've been through. I've been through it all. And here I sit today and I look around all the time like, I don't question if I deserve it anymore. I just question, you know, why did it take me to go through some of the things that I went through to be in the space that I'm in right now? But I'm grateful for every horrible situation that I was faced with because it made me stronger. It gave me an idea of both sides where I thought, life is supposed to be a certain type of way. And it's humbling because I have lived and I've made some of the best money in the world, but I've also lived on people's couches. I've lived from house to house. I've gone through all these ups and downs, and to be back up in civilization where I feel like most Americans want to be, it's mind blowing. And I have to say that I'm grateful for the people that grabbed a hold of me. I'm grateful for the Labyrinth. I'm grateful for you, David, for giving me an opportunity to work publicly with other people. You trust me with so much. And just 2 years ago, I was a addict. Just 2 years ago, I was about to enter prison. Just 2 years ago, I didn't even know, if the sun was up or down. And here I am today making important decisions. I just spoke for the General Assembly and got a bill to the House. I am working on making changes. I'm uplifting my community. I am giving back in a way that I never thought that I could. And I mean, to know just a couple of years ago where I was, it's humbling. It's lets me know that God is real. My prayers are answered daily. Things aren't perfect in my life. I have many struggles that I deal with, but I press forward. I have different ways of coping with things, and I think it's important that everybody should find out, you know, what helps ease some of the pressures, because if you don't release those pressures and have ways to cope, it'll take a person down a dark path. Being transparent is very important for me now, whereas before I was closed in. Even though now I'm still isolated, I have many relationships virtually, and I've built a sisterhood, I've built family ships, I've built relationships where I can trust people now. I never trusted people before, and I trust people with some of the things that hurt me daily. I cry a lot because, of course, I still miss my daughter. But I also cry because I'm working so hard to make it better for other kids, and I get so much resistance. But I don't stop. I keep pushing forward because I know what it felt like when I stopped before. Um, and so I'm grateful. I'm not who I was. I'm grateful that I have a mind to press forward, a mind to learn, because I am learning so much. But I mean, not giving up is important. You fall down 7, get up 8. When you hear no, so what? Somebody gonna tell you, yeah, maybe that's not the right person. Not every no or not everything that you want so badly is designed for you. And maybe you're being blessed by those no's. Maybe that ain't it. Maybe if you got that yes, you will be stuck in that yes. But that no opened up for somebody else that may have a yes and many other opportunities. So I'm learning to just accept it. Like, I don't care. Maybe I'm not, maybe it's not you that's saying no. Maybe I'm not, you're not what I need. You're not good enough for what I'm trying to do, so I'm grateful to have that discernment now.
What scares you?
Failure. Failure scares me. Making a wrong decision, because I've made one wrong decision that impacted my entire life. So it scares me to not care. Um, I get really nervous about some of those old things that still people, when some people, they tend to say that they care and they want to see you rise up, and they're there and they seem so supportive to you, and then you find out, or they do something that it's not really, they're really, really stunned that you're accomplishing these things, and so then they want to tear you down. So that scares me. That scares me because I had a lot of that in my life. So it scares me, but people will let you down. God won't.
It sounds like jealousy, which in some ways should make you kind of proud that you are where you are and people are jealous of that. And that doesn't feel good, but it should be an affirmation of where you've come.
I mean, the difference now, the biggest difference now is that I've always wanted to make people happy and please people. Now I really don't care. And the difference too is that I don't allow those people to stay in my realm. Rather it be Facebook connections or whatever, I will cut you off. Because my mindset is I didn't think I could live without my mom, and she died in 2010, and I did great. I didn't think I could live without my daughter. She died in 2019. I'm doing fantastic. So to let other people go from my life, it's not a loss at all. And it provides me a peace of mind. So, I mean, it makes me feel like, I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. And it's unfortunate that some of the people that I have to let go aren't making better decisions. But, I did spend a year in prison and I lost every single thing I ever had. I came out of prison with the clothes on my back. I had nothing. And here I sit today. So if someone can't look at me and honestly be like, this girl is on the right track, she's doing the right thing, rather than hate what I'm doing, try to come and sit down and talk to me to see what I'm doing, because it may benefit you a little bit.
Right.
I'm very humbling, I'm very helping. I want to give. Through the organization, Justice for Rika J, I work to provide within the community. I don't get grants, funding, donations. I don't get those sorts of things. That money comes from my household. It's money taken away from my son. It's money taken away from other things, but I do it because I get joy in doing it. And it must be the right thing because I'm not missing anything in life. Anything that I want, I can go and get. Anything that I need, I can go and get. God is sustaining. So everything that I'm doing, I believe I'm on the right track because doors are opening continuously. So I would say, talk to me. I look like this because I want to. I've always cared about what my hair looked. I've always cared about this and I've always cared about that. But I like my dreads, and most times I have them down and I have them wild just like this because this makes me feel good. This is my happy place. I'm just happy like this,
I was going to ask you what makes you happy, and you just went right into it.
Yeah. Seeing my son happy. My son is sitting right here, seeing him happy. And when he hears me in meetings and he hears me on the phone, and he's done it maybe twice already, but he'll just grab me out of surprise, like, Mom, I'm so proud of you. Like all the stuff that you've been through. He was like, you're a businesswoman. He said, I hear you in here in your meetings and I hear you taking care of stuff. He's like, Mom, I'm just proud of you and I love you so much. He is a headache. He drives me crazy. He's a typical 14-year-old. So those moments I hold on to because he notices that I'm really trying. He notices, and that is my happy place.
That's beautiful. So what's the future? What do you want to do when you grow up?
I'm so young in this. Whew, one little
What are your
thing.
dreams?
My dream is to have an organization within the Justice Farika J Foundation that truly benefits the community, that is truly helping our children live and be happy and be safe. I want to stop. I want to stop seeing, especially within my town, the abuse. I want to stop seeing people dying. I want to stop seeing our children just getting ripped away from their homes. I want families to be stronger. I want to be able to find out because I know I went through something that put me in the positions that I went through, but nobody cared to find out what those things were. All they knew was, you're here now. They don't care what brought me to this point. They say you're here now. So I want to find out what's causing these problems, and I want to work with families to help them fix it. I don't want to see fathers being thrown into jail because they're stressed out going through stuff. Me and my husband fight too. We don't fist fight, but we fight. We get loud. Some people may hear it outside, want to call the police, and then they come, and now that's a domestic situation, and my son is gonna get. That's not okay. Families go through things like that. You know, I want to be there to try to find out, well, what are you guys fighting about? What is getting you guys to this point? Maybe we can sit down, fix it. You need a job. Let's try to help find a job. You need childcare. Let's try to help find childcare. I want to be a resource of help, and I want to hopefully see changes. I might want to go into legislation. I really
Wow.
like the energy that I got when I was a witness and listening to how the bills get processed and how people argue back and forth about things. I think that if there were more people that actually went through some of the things that we go through, that the lawmakers will never go through, I think that's going to be a difference for everybody. We got too many people making decisions that don't even have a clue. And I heard that. I heard that. I mean, I that has to change. I don't like that my gas bill, I'm paying $100 in other fees. I think that there's some changes that need to be made. So I'm definitely thinking about, what it might take to put myself in a position to try to change some laws. So I
Good
mean,
for
right
you.
now, when I grow up, I can't even tell you because I'm like a kid that sees this big world of opportunities because there's so many things that are wrong. I just want to do whatever I can to lead people into making them right. So I'm a vessel. I'm open. I don't have any concrete dreams outside of making the world better for our kids, but I just feel like there's so many things that I would like to do, and I think I'm healthy enough that I can get a lot of stuff done. So I don't want to stop at one thing. I want to just keep pressing forward um, to make many things happen.
No one should bet against you. I know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. I've seen it. Tell me what the Schoolie Mitchell experience has been like. What attracted you to wanting to become an apprentice and then take the training? What do you see in it that's kind of connects with you?
Okay, so first off, when she was talking about apprenticeships and she was saying what it entailed with you, and I was like, well, she was talking, I said, well, I can do that. I do sales, I do phone, I've done phone, I went to school for marketing, telemarketing. I did that since I was 16 years old. Making people, buy into an idea that you're passionate about is really easy. So I was like, oh, pick me. And so then I found out, well, you're reaching out to nonprofits, no brainer. It doesn't cost them anything to help them bring some of that operational cost back into the missions, because I'm a product of what those missions do for people. So that's a no brainer. I know that in the beginning of Strive, we were needing laptops and different things like that, and so it was a little bit of a scramble. So that is a no brainer. If we can take a couple $100 a month off of a bill to help go back into strengthening the household, why not do that? And so it felt good to me to be able to help people in that way. So I was like, hey, yeah, let me jump on it. And so quite naturally, making the calls, it's like, okay, I know how to make the calls, I know how to sell, but I want to know a little bit more about the back end stuff. I kind of want to get into David's head a little bit. So I think that'll help me to get out. So that's why I wanted to do the training. And of course it did. Of course it did, because I did go to school for marketing. It's been a very long time. I stopped working in marketing in 2016, but it just felt good. It's like a business of my own. So I have a feeling of ownership within it. And so with that ownership, I have to produce. And so that's the difference in the training now. It's like I got to produce. This is my thing here. And so, it definitely gave me a feeling of partnership. And so with that partnership, we gotta roll, buddy. We gotta get there. We gotta get her done. So, and then I like the challenge. I do. I like the challenge. I am a woman that have overcome many challenges, and each phone call, each email, each meeting is another challenge. It's a game for me. I want to get this, and you're going to give it to me. And so, what is it going to take? And so then the celebration afterwards is good. And so I'm looking to feed myself with more of those celebrations because they feel really, really good.
I'm
So
looking forward
that's
to it.
it.
Hey, when we were on the call with our friend from Thistle Farms, the two of you started talking, and you were talking a bit about love healing. And if you don't know love, you don't know that love heals. Talk a little more about that, because it was really, you really connected with her and their mission at Thistle Farms, and connected with me, I think, with anybody.
Well, I am a spiritual person. The Bible, the book of life, and there's love all through it. That's the whole purpose. We're here to love. We're here for companionship, and the root of everything is love. You can hate everything someone does. You can hate everything about something, but if you love it, you're going to nurture it, you're going to take care of it, and you're going to do what you need to do to make that thing better. And so I just feel like if we can remember that we love each other, if we can remember that we love living on this planet, if we can remember that we love going out to eat, if we can remember that love is the root of everything will be so much better. Like, I mean, it's easy to dislike. We've only been married a month, and I have to remember that I love you. When he started working, like, I didn't know that I couldn't eat a tub of icing until after I got married. And I'm like, well, you didn't tell me this before we got married. And so then I'm like, okay, well, I guess it's whatever. Like, I was so upset, but I love you and I know that you love me. And I know that this icing that you see me eat every single day, is bad for me. And I had to accept that, and I really didn't like it, but I had to accept it, and I've been off icing now for probably like 4 weeks. And so, I mean, if you can just remember, yeah, if you can remember love in situations, it's just like, I don't like you, but we're all human. We're all human. I mean, I don't absolutely hate the lady that killed my daughter. I pray that, she finds God. I know that my daughter's death made me a different person. It made me a better person. It made me a person with purpose. And I believe wholeheartedly that God has a purpose for her life too. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in anything. So hopefully while they're there, they will pick up a Bible. Something within it will resonate with them. And that's it. That's it. Maybe one day she'll reach out to me, and that there would be a wonderful feeling, because I don't hate people. I don't. I hate that they killed my daughter. I hate that they put me through this, but I know that something happened to make them those kind of people. So I mean, if we can just remember to love, and everything falls under respect, honesty, it all falls under the umbrella of love.
Antoinetta Harper, you are not only a real person, you are a remarkable person, and your determination and your strength and your drive and your smile and your dreads are, are a really, really remarkable person that inspires me daily. And I'm so glad that we can work together.
I am too. It is so cool because when we're in our meetings, I don't know if we have this telepathy or whatever, but it's like we drive off one another, and I love the energy that we have. There's no real, if we stumble, I don't know that people notice that we stumble, because we pick up on each other just like, it's crazy and it's magnetic and it's a match made somewhere. But YWCA, it's a beautiful relationship, and I love it. I love it, and I'm grateful every single day. I'm glad that I can call you. I mean, text message, anything, and you just tell me how you feel, tell you how I feel. We work through things, we pray for one another and encourage one another. And I don't know how many bosses are like that, but you're not a boss, you're a partner. I know you don't have to tell me, but I I know you are a dream. You are a dream. Let me work. We're gonna make these appointments. We're gonna do this, and you said okay, and you've done that, and I appreciate it. And we gonna break the walls down soon.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for doing this today.
You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome.